couple weeks ago, we ended up putting rolled aluminum door panels from Scott Rod Fab in this Mustang. The only problem is
there's no holes for handles, window switches, mirror switches, or anything of the sort.
As well as all the wiring underneath needs to be secured in one way or another, so that way it doesn't get caught in all the window switches. We are going to remedy all of that. We'll take you over to the table, show you the door panel, what we plan on doing, as well as go through the process of fixing all the wiring and showing pretty much where we're going to hide everything or secure everything. That way it doesn't get damaged when the window goes up and down. So what we have here is the rolled aluminum door panel from Scott Rod Fabs. Now, when you get the panel, it doesn't have anything on it. You don't have any mounting holes or anything like that. You have to pre-drill all that stuff yourself, as well as any kind of fabrication you need for the door handles, switches, mirror controls, or door pull. This right here is where we're at right now. We went through and measured everything out and made sure everything fits. The biggest thing with some of these things, like this and that right there, is you have to have an opening in the door behind it for this to actually not interfere with the door itself. We do have a opening here, it's a gigantic opening at the bottom, as well as an opening right there. These switches, as you can tell, I had to move a couple times because this right here was right next to the dash, and it was this switch right here would have touched the dash. This right here is so far back that it actually hits the door because the opening ends right here. So we ended up putting it right in the center. This right here obviously is the mirror control. There's a giant opening here. And the handle itself. This is your door opening handle. We did a kind of a aluminum plate. We'll explain those in just a second. But the way I have it set up is you pull this and it comes out. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So right here, so you close the door real quick. Right here is your handle. This will be up here. When you pull it, door opens. There you go. Now, these right here, I ended up purchasing from Send Cut Send. What these are just cut aluminum that were tumbled. That way there's no rough edges or anything like that. I ordered 2 of each of these and 4 of these. The reason being is because when I put this together, I want to put a backing plate behind it. That way this doesn't flex as much, as well as that. That's going to take a lot of force when you pull it. If they pull it incorrectly, I don't want to bend the metal. I also want to have a nice smooth edge on the inside where it won't chafe this right here and cut into it. As well as playing around with the pulled open sticker. We'll replace all that with red. But now that we have it all set up and figured out and measured like 3 or 4 times, now's the time to start cutting. Now that I got everything cut, I do need to cut a line here because I'm not going to drill all the things. I need to just clean this up a little bit. We'll clean all the debris up so that way the dogs don't get hurt. I'll take that out to the shed, cut it out, and I'll be right back. The final product. Okay, now that we have everything set, we did cut this hole a little bit bigger. It is messy, but we do have a plate that's going to go over it. So I'm not too worried about the looks. All I wanted to make sure is that these sharp edges right here, we're not going to go beyond the opening here to be able to cut the handle itself. Now, first we're going to start with the window switches, then we'll go ahead and work on that, and then this last. Get the tools for this. I'll go ahead and tighten up and we'll take a final look. I will modify this. I do have to put a notch in here for when I put the window switch. It's gonna be easy. I have the files right there. I can do that real quick, but let me get this tightened first. Before we go any further with this, I do have to redo the wiring for this because the switch for this used to be up here, which means I need to lengthen the cable to go to this part right here. We'll do that inside, as well as go ahead and secure all the wiring that is loose under here on the door. That way we can put this in and doesn't have to worry about the door panel chafing the harness. Now that we have the door panel all done, what we need to do is work on the door itself. And I'll show you some of the issues we're running into. Right now, this bundle right here is kind of sticking out away from the door itself, and it's interfering with the fact that the door panel has to sit closer to this. So it does kind of push the door panel out, which we don't want that. We also have a issue with the switch. Now, this connection right here goes to the mirror control switch. This right here goes to the mirror. The mirror control switch is actually down here, which means I have to lengthen this cable to go all the way back up there. This isn't too bad. All we're gonna do is splice in another piece of wire, connectors, and run it up this way. We do have to be aware of where it's running because we don't wanna have it caught underneath this. You do have the window right underneath it with the motor and the tracks. We'll clean all this stuff up during this time, as well as get rid of some of the plastic that is going to get in the way with the window itself. Now, we're going to go ahead and put you on time lapse. We'll splice a new piece of wire in here, as well as clean up all the plastic that's kind of folded in here, as well as secure everything underneath this. Okay. Okay, so what we have right here is I tucked everything up close to here where it's out of the way. It doesn't get in the way of the motor. It's not even close to it, as well as tuck this wire up underneath because the door panel does sit right here, and we want to make sure there's enough room where, you know, this won't interfere with the door panel itself. I did get some wiring, wire loom up there, that way it protects it because the door panel will sit like right here. I didn't want to cut into the wire. This right here is set up as well as I can, so hopefully everything will be good. Forgot to show you this. This right here is the door pull. Is basically just a bolt that's ran all the way through. Let me pull this all the way off. This right here was the only hole in this entire door that I could use that. So we'll take a look, and when I put it all together, I'll show you exactly where it goes. And that fits perfectly because it's like right here by the door. So you can still open it. It won't be in the way of the seat itself. So we'll go from there. Okay, let me get Jill and let's put the door panel on. You're not making this easy, are you? Yes. Daddy's laying down on the job.
He's gonna suffocate you.
No shit. What a way to die. Doberman kisses. You. Oh. You're making it. Okay, so now that we have everything set, she's gonna go ahead and try the switches. That doesn't matter. That we pulled the fuse out of that, so it's not gonna work.
But
so,
anyway,
yeah.
this is the mirror. It used to be up here, so that controls that since it's electric. Now, if you want to scoot, he's going to go ahead and close the door.
Door pull.
Works well. And then to open it, like that.
Okay. As well as a nice little added touch for
pull to open.
Pull to open right there. So as you can see.
I'm going to close it. Bring you guys in
There
here. That way you guys can see what I see. So here I am sitting. The door pull to close it. The switch for the mirror. The driver's side, passenger side window, and then the pull to open with our instructional arrow. So just pull it, use your arm like that, and just open it.
Here, let me see it from back here. So I want to show you the full thing. Go ahead and open it real quick.
So right here.
And then shut it.
Watch out, Shadow.
Shadow's heading the way?
Yeah, he's gonna get clobbered.
Okay. So there you go. How do you like it?
I like it. It looks really clean. It looks sleek.
Hypercar handles and a hoopty. There you go. Hey, look, he even likes it. Hi, Shadow. Okay. So
all we have to do now is get the door pulled on this one, and that's it. No controls, so it should be pretty easy.
by the way, if you guys don't know, I broke the window when I drilled through here. I drilled all the way through, it caught and pulled the thing through into the window.
Hi.
So that window is broken. Absolutely shattered.
That's okay. We'll just make for another video.
Yeah, replacing the window that Sean broke. Anyways, hope you guys like this. This is actually kind of an interesting thing for me. I wanted to do something a little bit different. I also didn't want to use the old door handles on this. I wanted to do something a little bit different that you don't normally see. I've seen these on like supercars and hypercars, just your little pull cord to open the door. I think it's actually funny that we put it on a hoopty Mustang that we're rebuilding from Copart. Pretty neat. I like how clean it is.
It looks really sweet.
It's going to be really neat when we get the other one done and the whole backside of the car finished in this. We do have a full set of rear seat delete sides, the side panels in the back, as well as the package shelf or whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
We do have the full back end of this car that's going to be rolled aluminum as well.
And I still have to paint the floors.
Yeah, so we got a lot of work to do on this. Most of that's going to be done after we get the car registered, because we do have a roll cage to put in and many other modifications, including lift kit, 32s, and so forth. So please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't care. Give a thumb one way or another. Okay. See you next video.
Bye.